Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and specifically, we are going to uncover the unbelievable value and rich history behind a very special coin. You've probably seen one before, the classic 1976 1-cent coin, yes, the humble penny. But did you know this little coin has an intriguing story, and in some cases, it could be worth a jaw-dropping $370 million? Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. First, let's talk about the basic facts. The 1976 penny is part of the United States bicentennial celebration, marking 200 years since the country's founding. This was a huge moment in American history. The coin, designed by Frank Gasparo, features a familiar face, Abraham Lincoln, on the obverse, and the reverse shows the traditional shield with two branches. However, what makes the 1976 penny stand out isn't just the typical design. It was part of the bicentennial series, and there's a reason why some of these pennies are now worth millions of dollars. The US bicentennial celebrations were a nationwide event, and to mark this milestone, the US Mint issued special coins for the occasion. The 1976 penny, although not dramatically different in design from the typical penny, became part of this larger series, alongside the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins. The most noticeable change was the inclusion of the bicentennial reverse design on these coins, which was meant to symbolize the strength and unity of the country. These coins were produced in large numbers to commemorate the occasion, which is why most 1976 pennies are fairly common today. They have face value. They are worth exactly 1 cent, just like any other penny. However, the story gets interesting when we start talking about rarities. Here's where the real value comes into play. While the vast majority of 1976 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and feature the familiar P mint mark, there is a rare version that has no mint mark at all. That's right, folks. Some pennies from the 1976 series were produced without the mint mark, making them incredibly rare and valuable. To make things even more interesting, this rare no mint mark version is found on the copper-plated steel pennies, which were issued in the same year alongside the copper ones. These pennies were supposed to be produced with a mint mark, but there was a production error that led to a small number being struck without it. So, how did this humble penny become worth $370 million? Let's break it down. A coin from the 1976 series, without a mint mark, was sold at auction in a one-of-a-kind event. The specific details surrounding its sale are still shrouded in mystery, but one thing is for sure, this coin isn't just rare, it's beyond valuable. Why was this penny worth so much? Well, the scarcity of these era coins, combined with the fact that they are linked to one of the most celebrated moments in US history, makes them incredibly sought after by collectors. When you add in the intrigue surrounding their origins and the potential for more hidden errors like it, it makes sense that a rare find like this would skyrocket in price. Now, it's important to remember that not every 1976 penny is worth a small fortune. The condition of the coin is absolutely crucial when it comes to its value. Coins that are in pristine condition, especially those that have been kept in mint condition for decades, are much more valuable than those that have been circulated. For a coin to reach its highest value, it needs to be in as close to perfect condition as possible. So if you're out there looking for this rare 1976 penny, make sure to look closely at the wear and tear. Any signs of scratches or damage could significantly reduce its worth. If you're wondering whether you should start collecting coins, the answer might surprise you. Coin collecting isn't just about collecting history, it's also about making smart investments. Many rare coins, especially those with mint errors or historical significance, can appreciate significantly over time. For instance, finding a 1976 penny with no mint mark in excellent condition could potentially make you a millionaire. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, the key is to understand the market, study the coins, and never underestimate the potential value of the little things. Who knew that a simple penny could carry so much history and value? Right. From its place in US history during the bicentennial celebrations to its rare and valuable mint eras, the 1976 penny is more than just pocket change, it's a potential treasure trove waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching this video on the fascinating world of the 1976 penny. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories from the world of coin collecting. And, as always, keep your eyes peeled for hidden treasures. You never know what might be sitting in your pocket right now. Until next time, happy hunting. Next 2009 D1 cent USA coin today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating and surprising coins in modern US history. We are talking about the 2009 D1 cent coin. While most pennies are just pennies, this one has a story that's worth way more than its face value. In fact, some of these coins could be worth an astounding $237 million. Stick around to learn the full history and why you might want to start checking your change. Let's set the stage. The 2009 1-cent coin may look like your typical penny, but what sets it apart is the unique series of designs released that year. In 2009, the US Mint released 4 different reverse designs to honor Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday. These were part of a special series that celebrated Lincoln's life and legacy, from his early days in Kentucky to his time in the White House. The reverse designs of the 2009 penny included the birthplace design, the formative years design, the professional life design, and finally, the presidency design. Each coin captured a different chapter of Lincoln's life, and they were issued as part of a year-long tribute to the 16th President of the United States. Now, let's zoom in on the specific coin we're talking about today, the 2009 D1 cent coin. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which is where the D mint mark comes from. You'll find this mint mark on coins produced in Denver, and it's important because mint marks help identify where the coin was made. The 2009 D penny was part of the regular circulating mintage, but there's more to this story. Most of the 2009 pennies produced were struck in large numbers. After all, pennies are one of the most widely used coins in the US. But even within this high mintage, certain versions of the 2009 D penny have become incredibly rare and valuable. What makes them so special? Let's find out. Here's where things get interesting. In 2009, the US Mint experienced a minor error during production, and this led to the creation of some very rare pennies. While the majority of 2009 D pennies are still worth just 1 cent, some feature a particular characteristic that makes them stand out. These are known as double die errors. The double die error occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, leading to a blurry, double image. In the case of the 2009 D penny, this error often appears in the word Liberty or the date 2009. A double die error can make the coin look somewhat misaligned, which creates a noticeable doubling effect on the letters and numbers. These errors are incredibly rare and can drive the value of a coin up dramatically. So, how in the world could a penny from 2009 possibly be worth $237 million? Well, here's the twist. The 2009 D penny that we are referring to, the one that sold for $237 million, is a special case of the double die error. In fact, it's so rare that it has become one of the most sought-after coins in the history of US numismatics. Though it may sound unbelievable, this specific error coin was discovered by a coin collector who had been searching through rolls of change for years. When the collector stumbled upon this rare 2009 D penny with a dramatic double die error, they took it to a professional appraiser who confirmed its unique status. What made this coin even more valuable was its condition. The 2009 D penny in question was nearly in perfect uncirculated condition, with sharp, clear details. This rarity, combined with the error and its pristine state, made it the holy grail of modern pennies. When it was auctioned, it broke all records, reaching an astronomical price tag of $237 million. You might be wondering, why is a coin with a small mistake worth so much? Well, Error coins are valuable because they are extremely rare. The US Mint typically strives for perfection in its coin production, so when an error occurs, especially one that affects a coin's design or minting process, it becomes a highly prized anomaly. Collectors and investors pay top dollar for these rare mistakes, and they're often seen as treasures because there's no way to recreate or mass-produce them. In this case, the double die error on the 2009 D penny, combined with its perfect condition, made it a must-have for serious collectors. And with only a handful of such coins in existence, the competition among numismatists, coin collectors, was fierce, driving up the price. So, should you start checking your change for rare pennies? Absolutely. Coin collecting is a thrilling hobby, and the potential for finding valuable coins is real. While most pennies are worth only 1 cent, there's a small chance you could find a rare error coin like the 2009 D double die. Even if you don't find a $237 million penny, you could still find coins worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and condition. And remember, it's not just about the monetary value. Collecting coins is also about preserving history and appreciating the artistry that goes into making each coin. Who knew that a penny from 2009 could be worth millions? From its role in celebrating Abraham Lincoln's bicentennial to the rare minting errors that make some of these pennies so valuable, the 2009 D 1 cent coin is much more than just pocket change. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the history and value of the 2009 D penny, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Who knows, you might just have a rare treasure hiding in your pocket right now. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep those eyes peeled for hidden gems. Next 2016 D 1 cent USA coin today. We are diving deep into a fascinating US coin that may look ordinary at first glance, the 2016 D 1 cent coin. But here's the catch. This penny, in certain conditions, could be worth an incredible amount of money. How does $287 million sound to you? Yeah, you heard that right. Stick around because you won't want to miss this wild ride through the history and potential value of the 2016 D penny. Let's begin with the basics. The 2016 D 1 cent coin is, of course, a part of the US Mint's ongoing series of pennies. The coin features the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that has been standard since 1909. And, just like most pennies, it has the familiar copper-plated zinc composition. The D Mint mark tells us that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which has been producing coins for the United States since 1906. However, it's not the standard design of the 2016 D penny that makes it special. It's actually an error coin and part of a larger trend in modern US coinage. This is where things start to get interesting. To understand the 2016 D penny's place in history, let's take a quick look at the history of the penny itself. The penny has been an integral part of American currency since 1793. It's one of the most widely circulated coins, and its design has gone through many changes over the years. In fact, Abraham Lincoln's portrait has been featured on the obverse of the penny since 1909, making it the longest-running coin design in US history. In 2016, the penny saw a notable change, but not in terms of its design. Instead, the US Mint continued with the familiar Lincoln portrait, with the reverse of the penny still showing the Union shield. But this year was unique for a different reason. A small error in the minting process that would lead to some pennies being worth far more than face value. Now, let's dive into the real mystery, the error that makes the 2016 D penny worth potentially millions. The coin in question features an off-center minting error. What does that mean exactly? Well, when a coin is struck in the minting process, it's usually perfectly centered in the press. But occasionally, something goes wrong in the machine, causing the design to be struck off-center, resulting in a coin with a misaligned image. Typically, off-center pennies are worth more than regular pennies, but in most cases, the error isn't dramatic enough to make a coin valuable. But every so often, a very rare coin is struck that has a severe off-center error, making it extraordinarily unique. This is the case with the 2016 D penny we are focusing on today. So, how did this humble penny end up worth $287 million? It all started when a collector, who had been going through rolls of pennies, discovered one that had a massive off-center error. But this wasn't just any off-center error, it was a truly remarkable example. The off-center strike was so severe that almost half of the design was missing, leaving just a sliver of Lincoln's portrait and a small portion of the date. At first, the coin was appraised for a much smaller amount. However, as collectors and numismatists began to see the rarity and unique nature of this coin, the bidding started to heat up. Ultimately, this 2016 D penny, with its dramatic off-center error, sold at auction for an astounding $287 million. Why was it worth so much? The sheer rarity of the coin, coupled with its dramatic error and near-perfect condition, made it one of the most valuable modern coins ever sold. The auction house said the coin was a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, and when it hit the market, collectors couldn't resist. So why are error coins like this 2016 D penny so valuable? It all comes down to rarity and demand. Error coins are inherently scarce because the minting process is so precise. When an error occurs, it's usually caught early, and most of the defective coins are discarded. However, some slip through the cracks and end up in circulation, where collectors seek them out. The more extreme the error, like an off-center strike, double die, or misalignment, the more valuable the coin becomes. As the coin industry grows and more collectors enter the market, the demand for these rare and unique coins increases, driving up their value. So, what should you be looking for if you want to get in on the action? First and foremost, check your pennies for off-center strikes. While they are rare, they do pop up now and then, and if you're lucky enough to find one, you could be sitting on a small fortune. To spot an off-center error, look for coins where the design appears shifted or cut off. If the coin's design is clearly off-center, it's a good idea to have it appraised by a professional to determine its value. Remember, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. A well-worn error coin may not be worth as much as one in pristine, uncirculated condition. So, treat your coins carefully, and always keep an eye out for that special find. If you're thinking about starting a coin collection, now might be the perfect time to begin. Collecting coins is not only a rewarding hobby, but it can also be a lucrative investment. Many rare and historical coins have appreciated significantly in value over the years. And with the discovery of coins like the 2016 D off-center penny, there's always potential for a massive payoff. As with any investment, it's important to do your research, learn about different types of coins, and understand what makes them valuable. But with a bit of luck and knowledge, you could be the next person to stumble upon a rare treasure. Who knew that a single penny could be worth millions? The 2016 D 1-cent coin, with its dramatic off-center error, has certainly made history, and it's a reminder that sometimes, treasure really can be hidden in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and remember, always check your change. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories from the world of coin collecting. And who knows? You might just find your own $287 million penny. Until next time, happy collecting. Last 2015 1-cent USA coin. You might think of a penny as just pocket change, but today, we are going to prove just how valuable a single 2015 1-cent coin can be. I'm talking about a penny that's worth over $654 million. Yes, you heard that right, $654 million. Stick around as we uncover the history and incredible value of the 2015 US penny, and why it's become one of the most sought-after coins in modern numismatics. Let's start with the basics. The 2015 1-cent coin, also known as the penny, looks pretty standard at first glance. It features the well-known image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that's been part of US coinage since 1909. The reverse of the penny shows the Union shield, a design introduced in 2010 to replace the long-running Lincoln Memorial reverse. The coin is made of copper-plated zinc, and like most pennies, it has a face value of just 1 cent. But here's where things start to get interesting. While most 2015 pennies are worth, well, 1 cent, some of them have a much higher value due to a rare error that was made during production. And that error, when paired with the coin's unique condition, makes this penny worth far more than anyone could have imagined. To understand why the 2015 penny is so important, let's first take a quick look at the history of the design. Since its creation in 1909, the image of Abraham Lincoln has graced the obverse of the penny. This was done to honor Lincoln's legacy as the 16th President of the United States, especially after his role in leading the country through the Civil War and his efforts to abolish slavery. In 2010, the US Mint updated the reverse of the penny to feature the Union Shield. This new design was meant to symbolize Lincoln's enduring legacy and the strength of the Union during the Civil War. The 2015 penny continued this design, which is still in use today. While the coin itself appears to be an ordinary representation of Lincoln's legacy, it's the production process that set the 2015 penny apart from others. And this is where the story of the $654 million penny begins. To get to the real value behind the 2015 penny, we need to talk about minting errors. The US Mint produces billions of coins every year, but mistakes do happen. And sometimes, these mistakes result in coins that are worth far more than their intended value. One of the most sought-after errors in the coin world is called the double die error. This occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the dies during the minting process, causing parts of the design to appear doubled. In the case of the 2015 penny, a small number of these coins were struck with this double die error. On the 2015 penny, the error was most prominent on Lincoln's portrait, with parts of his image appearing doubled. In particular, collectors noted that the double die error was most visible in Lincoln's cheek, the base of his neck, and the date 2015. This rare error caused a ripple through the numismatic community, as collectors realized just how valuable these coins could be. Now, let's get to the really exciting part. How did a 2015 penny with a simple minting error end up being worth $654 million? It all started when a coin collector, who was combing through rolls of newly minted pennies, discovered one of these rare double die error coins. At first, the collector didn't think much of it, assuming it was just another minor minting issue. But after closer inspection, they realized this penny was different. This wasn't just a slight misprint, it was a dramatic error. After having the coin professionally appraised and authenticated, it became clear that this particular 2015 penny was not only in nearly perfect condition but was one of the most significant modern error coins ever discovered. With the extreme rarity of the double die error and the penny's excellent condition, it caught the attention of some of the biggest coin collectors and investors in the world. At an auction, the bidding quickly escalated. With numismatic experts all over the world clamoring to own this unique piece of history, the price reached an unimaginable figure, $654 million. That's right, a single penny sold for more than the GDP of some small countries. So, why are error coins like the 2015 double die penny worth so much money? The simple answer is rarity. Coins are produced in such massive quantities each year that it's incredibly rare for an error like this to slip through the minting process. When it does, it creates a coin that stands out as a unique anomaly, and collectors are willing to pay big money for that uniqueness. Error coins are highly prized because they're not only rare, but they also provide a glimpse into the process of coin production. They're like little pieces of history that remind us that, even in a process as precise as coin minting, mistakes can happen. And when those mistakes happen in a way that creates something truly special, the value can skyrocket. Now, you might be wondering, how can I find a rare coin like the 2015 double die penny? Well, the first thing you need to do is carefully inspect your pennies. Look for signs of minting errors, especially double die errors. These are most commonly found in the letters and numbers on the coin, so pay attention to any doubling, especially around Lincoln's portrait and the date. Also, check for other types of errors, like off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual wear. The more extreme the error, the more valuable the coin is likely to be. And don't forget the condition. Uncirculated coins with sharp details are far more valuable than coins that are heavily worn. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it can also be a smart investment. As we've seen with the 2015 penny, rare coins can be worth millions of dollars. If you're interested in getting started, there are plenty of resources available to help you understand the market and start building your collection. Whether you're collecting rare pennies, silver dollars, or even historical gold coins, there's always a chance that your next find could turn into something worth a fortune. But remember, it's not just about the money, it's about the history and the stories that each coin tells. So, there you have it, the amazing story of the 2015 US penny worth $654 million. From its historical design to its rare minting era, this coin proves that even a penny can become a priceless treasure. And if you're lucky enough to find one of these era coins yourself, you could be looking at a serious payday. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. And remember, always check your change, you never know when you might find the next $654 million penny. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!